Caught on camera, King Frederik's late-night meeting, Queen Mary's reaction says it all. Welcome to BNews. In the glittering yet tightly guarded world of royalty, what happens behind palace walls is rarely spoken of, let alone caught on camera. But tonight, we bring you an extraordinary and deeply unsettling revelation that has shaken not only Denmark but the entire global Royal Watch community. In an exclusive exposé that merges secrecy, suspicion, and silent emotional warfare, King Frederik of Denmark has been seen in a late-night private meeting that no one in the royal family, or the public, was supposed to know about. And Queen Mary? Her response didn't need words. Her expression, captured mere hours later, says everything. What's going on inside Grasson Palace? Crown. Before we dive deep into the gripping details and shocking footage, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the royal truth behind the official headlines. Leave a comment below, because your opinion matters in the court of public judgment. For centuries, monarchies have thrived on ceremony and secrecy. While royal appearances are staged to the last detail, the real stories often unfold under cover of night. On August 6, 2025, just past 11:45 p.m. local time, exclusive surveillance footage surfaced showing King Frederik exiting a discreet back entrance of Grasson Palace. He was dressed casually, jeans and navy pullover, and no royal security in sight. Moments later, he stepped into a waiting black sedan driven not by royal staff, but by a man identified as his longtime private confidant, Johan Nielsen. Where were they going? And more importantly, why all the secrecy? Royal insiders confirmed that the king's sudden departure was not scheduled on his official calendar. Nor was it acknowledged by the Danish royal court. This, by itself, would normally warrant quiet speculation. But what followed turned whispers into a roar. At 12:38 a.m. the same vehicle was seen pulling up to an undisclosed property on the outskirts of Sonderborg. The house belongs to none other than Frederik Madsen, a name that has been linked with King Frederik in discreet whispers for years. Once considered a family friend, Madsen is a 42-year-old art historian with royal connections and a reputation for private influence over Denmark's elite. Her home, surrounded by high hedges and dense woodland, has often been seen as a royal safe house. But safe from what? The footage revealed something even more stunning. As King Frederik entered the property, he was seen removing a ring, his wedding band. Viewers of the leaked clip have since frozen the frames, replayed them endlessly, and speculated, was it innocent? Was it symbolic? Was this meeting planned as something other than professional? While the palace has refused to comment, the silence has only fueled public concern. The king's casual gestures, the concealed setting, and the absence of security hint at something deeply personal, potentially controversial, and certainly not state-sanctioned. But this isn't just about a midnight visit. It's about what came after. By dawn, the king was back at Grasson. Queen Mary appeared for a scheduled garden event at 9 a.m. with their children, as cameras rolled. Dressed in a pale lavender dress and pearl earrings, she was the image of royal composure. Until she wasn't. During a brief interaction with the press, a reporter asked, "Your Majesty, is everything well at Grasson?" For a split second, her face shifted. Her smile dropped. Her eyes, often praised for their warmth, flashed something much colder. One could argue it was exhaustion. But to those who know her demeanor, it was unmistakably a look of quiet betrayal. Body language experts weighed in within hours. What you saw wasn't a lapse. It was a message, said Dr. Louise Thorne, a UK-based behavioral analyst. Queen Mary displayed controlled rage. She looked away mid-question, swallowed hard, and reset her expression in a calculated manner. That is the behavior of someone who has just learned something deeply upsetting, and is choosing not to react publicly, for now. The footage spread across European outlets like wildfire. But what shocked even more people was what the Queen didn't do. She didn't mention the king once during her speech. A first for the couple at any public event since the coronation. Insiders have long debated the nature of Frederik and Mary's bond. Married in 2004, they've weathered scandals, speculation, and the immense pressure of being the face of a modern monarchy. But sources close to the palace say that cracks have widened in recent months. They're still partners in public, one former palace aide shared anonymously, but in private, they live very separate lives. Mary, fiercely devoted to her children and causes, has reportedly expressed frustration over the king's increasing number of unrecorded engagements. And while she's always played the role of the supportive wife, many believe she's reached her threshold. What makes this story so powerful and painful is that it reminds us that behind the thrones and tiaras, these are people dealing with very real emotions. And when a queen is humiliated, even silently, the world watches. Social media erupted within hours of the footage release. #Queen Mary trended in 14 countries, with fans posting supportive messages, while others speculated whether a royal separation announcement is imminent. But amidst all the speculation, one thing became painfully clear: the people are picking sides. Meanwhile, Frederik Madsen has yet to issue a statement. A spokesperson said she is on academic leave and not currently accepting public interviews. However, Danish tabloids have reported a significant uptick in security activity near her property, raising further questions about what may be unfolding behind closed doors. In past years, Madsen was considered a possible advisor to the royal family, particularly on matters of cultural diplomacy. Her close relationship with King Frederik, despite denials, has long been a source of palace gossip. But if this latest meeting confirms anything, it's that their connection may run far deeper than previously thought. As the Danish people wrestle with this revelation, questions swirl about what this means for the monarchy's future. Queen Mary, born in Australia, has brought an unprecedented sense of relatability and modern charm to the Danish royal image. Her poise and advocacy have earned her international admiration. King Frederik, while often seen as more private, has championed youth and environmental causes. But in the age of digital exposure, can any royal relationship survive without transparency? And can a queen continue to carry the burden of public support while enduring private heartbreak? The Danish royal house remains silent, neither denying nor confirming the nature of King Frederik's late-night meeting. But silence, as always, speaks volumes. Denmark's monarchy, one of the oldest in Europe, now finds itself in a precarious position. If trust erodes between its two most prominent figures, what message does that send to the people they serve? For now, the world waits. Cameras flash. Rumors churn. And somewhere within the opulent halls of Grassen Palace, two royals may be having the most difficult conversation of their lives. In closing, the image of Queen Mary standing alone in a garden, lips pressed tight, with thousands watching her every move, lingers in the public consciousness. What did she know? What did she feel? And most of all, what comes next? Do you believe Queen Mary will eventually confront King Frederik publicly, or is this the beginning of a quiet royal split? Let us know in the comments.